Hey everybody, it's Daniel. It's the first day of spring. I'm sitting outside enjoying what's hopefully going to be a much warmer day than the last couple that we've been experiencing here in South Carolina. Hopefully they are serious when they say that it is the first day of spring and that it'll bring some changes. It is feeling a little bit warmer out here at 9:40, so hopefully that'll continue to get better. Look, I wanted to just take a moment and let you know about a couple things that we're going to start doing, hopefully, Lord willing, knock on wood if I'm a good planner and all that good stuff. But this is going to be a spot. We're going to start doing a weekly Bible study, maybe once, maybe twice a week, and just make that available online. It'll be like 5 to 8 minutes long, and we're just going to go through the book of 1 John, and it's a great little book in the New Testament. A lot of practical issues and things that John talks about, and so we're going to start that next week as we go through the book of 1 John, and that'll pop up. We're probably going to shoot those up every either Tuesday or Thursday, and they'll be available on our website through YouTube. And it's just going to be a little coffee and Bible study time, and you'll be able to read at home, and we'll just kind of discuss those things, and you can ask questions and do whatever. But I want to let you know about that. But I wanted to take this little video and explain just a little bit of something that's coming up, and we talked about it last night at Coffee House. But Jody Herring and I were talking the other day, and really just began to kind of think about ways, again, this is conversations that I've had with others in our church, things that I've been thinking about, praying about, how we can better reach our city, our town. God has placed us in this community for a reason, and ever since I've gotten here, I have really admired and loved the vision of our church, and have adopted that. It was just wonderful because it's what God was doing in my life, and He brought me, I think, to the perfect church, because here at Good Hope we strive to be a church for the unchurched. That's what we really feel like the church should look like, that we should be a place where people who don't know Jesus, may not even really care for Him, are comfortable coming and being loved and hearing about our great God. And so as we continue to strive towards that goal of being a church for the unchurched, Jody and I were talking the other day specifically about one particular thing, or way that we could get the message of Jesus Christ out to our community. And Easter is the most important Christian holiday or observance that we have, because even more so than Christmas. Christmas is fun, but Easter is kind of like the hallmark event. I mean, this is the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. It is the event that changed human history forever, and that's the best news of all time, that God came to us. We couldn't get to God, but Easter is all about God coming to us, coming down to identify Himself with us, and taking our sin on Himself, and dying for our sin, and being raised from the dead for us and for our salvation. And so that's the greatest news that we have. That's the best news that we can offer to anyone, and that's the only thing we have worth offering, really. And so we were just talking about that, and why on Easter it seems to be that that a lot of times folks who are unchurched show up for that one day, and that's really the only time we see them throughout the year. And the fact that Easter traditionally is the time where we expect people to come to our church, and we celebrate all that good stuff, and all the resurrection of Jesus, and we dress up, and it's like this special day that we celebrate in church. It's kind of different than all the others. But that message of Easter should not be contained within four walls. Again, this is the greatest message that we have to offer. This is the greatest message that the world has ever heard. And it needs to go to all people. And God has put us in this community for a specific purpose, and that's to reach people for Him. And so we thought, why on Easter should we be within the four walls of a building expecting people to come to us? Why don't we take the message to them? It's interesting in the Gospels, it talks about how two of the disciples went to the empty tomb, and they saw that it was empty, and they were filled with joy, and they ran, and they couldn't wait to tell everybody. And that should be how we respond to the gospel, that the tomb is empty, that Christ is alive, and that salvation is for all people. And so on Easter this year, April the 20th, we're going to do something a little different. We're not going to be here at Good Hope. We're going to take church to the unchurched. And so if you show up at Good Hope on Easter Sunday, the doors will be locked. We're going to be down at the baseball fields in Iva, across from the fire department, the public baseball fields down there, and we're going to have church at the ballpark. We are going to be the church outside the four walls of what we traditionally call church. We're going to take it to the streets that day, because that's the mission of Easter, right? The event of Easter is Christ's resurrection and his defeat over sin and death on our behalf. But the mission of Easter is to take that to the streets, to take that celebration to those who have not heard. And so that's what we're going to do on Easter. At 10 o'clock on Easter morning, we're going to have coffee and donuts down at the ball field. We're going to promote this thing. We have a graphic, just a little web picture on Facebook, Twitter, our website. We just ask that you Good Hopers download that, make it your profile pic, share that on Facebook, share that with as many people as you can. Let's just get the word out. We're not necessarily looking for people who go to other churches. This is a time for us to be the church to the unchurched and for the unchurched. And hopefully we're going to draw a great crowd on Easter Sunday morning down at the Iva ball fields. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. Be praying for great weather. It seems like every time I try to plan something for outside, rain kicks in. So let's pray for great weather, a great crowd, and a great response to the greatest story that history's ever known. And so be prayerful, be talkative about it, tell everybody you know, and let's just build this thing up and have the greatest Easter in the history of our church. And hopefully we'll see many people come to know Christ. Good Hope, I love you. You'll be finding out more information as it comes available in the next couple of weeks. But let everybody know, church at the ballpark on Easter Sunday, April 20th, 10 o'clock. Free coffee and donuts, all that good stuff. I love you. Have a great rest of the week.